Hey there, Angular folks, and welcome back. Good UI animations should feel smooth, responsive, and mostly invisible. In Angular 22, material tabs get a small upgrade that makes that easier to control. Let's take a look. Here we have a simple client workspace app. It's a little dashboard for Acme Corp, built using Angular material tabs for the account overview, projects, invoices, and recent activity. When we click to the different tabs, there are actually two animations happening. One for the blue indicator at the bottom of the active tab itself, and another for the tab content pane. Now, these default animations are fine, but in a real app, especially if you have heavier dashboard content, you might want the content transition to feel a little smoother, or you may just want more control, depending on the situation. Maybe the content panel should move slower, so the UI feels more polished. But the active tab indicator should probably stay quick and responsive, because when a user clicks a tab, they should immediately feel like the UI reacted. This is where the old API had a trade-off. We could customize the tab animation duration, but we only had one value. So let's see what that means. Let's switch over to the code. Here, we're looking at the template for the client workspace component that we were just looking at in the browser. And here's the important piece for this demo. This is the Angular material tab group. This component owns the tab header, the selected tab state, and the animated tab body area. This label is what shows up in the tab header. And then everything inside of this tab becomes the content panel for that tab. So this overview tab has a section heading and a little stats grid with active contract value, open projects, and client health score. Then if we scroll down, we can see we have a similar setup for the projects tab. Then again, for the invoices tab. And then one more time for the activity tab. So nothing too fancy here. It's just a normal Angular material tab group with multiple tabs and realistic content inside each one. Now let's scroll back up to the mat tab group component. Angular material has supported a custom animation duration on mat tab group for a long time. The catch is that until now, that one value controlled both animations. In this case, let's say we want to slow down the animation between tabs so the body content feels more intentional. The default is already fairly quick, so to make the difference obvious, I'm going to slow this way down to 1,500 milliseconds. This value is just a CSS style duration, so I could make this 1.5 seconds if I want, but here I'll just stick with milliseconds. Okay, now let's save and try this out. Let's click through the tabs again. And now the tab body moves much slower. That part is what we wanted. The content transition is clearly more relaxed. So if we were trying to create a softer, smoother transition between these larger content panels, this gets us there. But here, the tab indicator is moving a little too slow now. The content transition feels smooth, but the selected tab indicator feels like it's dragging behind the click. That's not really what we want. The tab transition makes this feel a little unresponsive. So this solves one problem, but creates another. Now, let's try to speed this up. Let's go back to the HTML. If the active tab indicator feels too slow, we can lower this value. Let's switch it to 150 milliseconds instead, so it will happen much faster. This should make the selected tab indicator feel much snappier. All right, let's save and try it out again. Let's click through the tabs again. Okay, now the active tab indicator feels much better. It moves quickly and that feels more responsive. But now we have an issue with the content animation. The whole content panel snaps over so quickly that the transition loses that smooth feel we were going for. So now we fixed the header animation, but broke the body animation. And this is the core issue. With the old API, we only had one animation duration. That one value had to control both the tab header animation and the tab body animation. The header and the body are different parts of the UI. They have different jobs, and they may require different animation durations. Well, Angular 22 now gives us a way to control these independently. Let's switch back to the HTML. Right now, this is using a plain attribute value. That works when we're passing one string. But now we want to pass an object. Now I'll wrap animation duration in square brackets because we're no longer passing a static string attribute. We're binding to an Angular expression. Then I'll replace the string with an object. Now we can provide separate durations for the header and the body. The first property I'm going to add is header. This header value controls the tab header animation, the underline that moves below the selected tab. For this, we want it to be fast, so I'll set it to 150 milliseconds. Next, we'll add the body property, which controls the content animation. We want this one to be slower, so we'll add our 1500 millisecond value here. So now we have one input, but instead of one shared duration, we're giving Angular material two separate durations. The header gets the fast animation, and the body gets the slower one. Okay, let's save and try this out now. All right, now let's click through the tabs again. Nice, the active tab animation happens quickly, while the body content transitions much slower. So now we have a fast selected tab indicator and a slower content animation. This is the exact behavior we wanted. So we no longer have to compromise between these two animations. And that's the new Angular Material Tabs animation update in Angular 22. Before, animation duration gave us one value for everything. Now, it can still do that, but it can also accept an object with separate header and body durations. It's not a huge feature, but it's one of those nice little polish improvements that makes Angular Material easier to tune for real apps. Now, if you're working with modern Angular and want to get comfortable with some of the newer APIs beyond Material, I do have a new Angular Signal Forms course available. It'll help you get comfortable with the new signal-based forms, APIs, and patterns. So check out the link in the description below. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.